A new Star Wars book reveals when Qui Gon Jinn first made contact with his former apprentice, Obi Wan Kenobi. Does this confirm that we will see Qui Gon in the Obi Wan Kenobi series? Let's talk about it.
Have you seen Star Wars?
So a new Star Wars book came out recently, and it was called Skywalker: A Family at War, and it includes parts that have Obi-Wan's exile on Tatooine. And this part specifically talks about his relationship with Qui Gon Jinn and how they were able to kind of communicate with each other many years after the fall of the Jedi Order. So here's exactly what it says. Before he and Yoda had parted ways, the old Jedi revealed that Obi-Wan's beloved master, Qui Gon Jinn, had returned from the netherworld of the Force, manifesting his conscious mind even after death. It took 10 years, but eventually Obi-Wan was able to commune with his dearest friend, resurrected within the cosmic force. So, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith is when Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon talk for the first time or make contact. And of course, that lines up exactly with the Kenobi series, because in the new casting announcement they had for it, they revealed that it takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So this all makes sense. Plus, if we all believe what my source told me a few months ago, and I made a video on this, that Liam Neeson has been in talks with Lucasfilm to come back as Qui-Gon Jinn. Looks like they actually made the deal and things have gone through. If this is any indication, it would make absolute perfect sense to have Liam Neeson come back as Qui-Gon in the Kenobi series, have him talk to Qui-Gon, just see their conversations, and hear them talk about where the Jedi Order went wrong, what's happening with the Force right now, the Sith, literally anything. I mean, it would be really interesting to see how Qui-Gon reacts to everything that has happened, including Anakin. I would really like to hear his thoughts on Anakin falling to the dark side, and if he takes any responsibility on that, or what he feels about this entire situation of the Force and him being a cosmic force. There's a lot of intrigue into the more mythological aspect of the Star Wars saga, and one of that is the Force and the netherworld of the Force. That's very interesting, and hearing Qui-Gon maybe open up about that a little bit more would be something nice to be added into the Kenobi series, because we talk about Obi-Wan, we talk about his relationship with Anakin and Darth Vader, it's the rematch of the century, and everyone's probably hunting him down, but this is a good opportunity to really focus on the aspect of being a Jedi, where maybe Obi-Wan does some self-reflection on what it means to be a Jedi, what the Jedi are, and maybe he reflects on where they went wrong. Does he blame Yoda? Does he blame himself? Does he blame Qui-Gon for maybe not listening to the Council? There's a lot of options where we can delve into the Force just a little bit more with this series, and one of the main points of that, one of the main anchors into that story would be Qui-Gon Jinn coming back as a Force Ghost. And I think this is going to happen. I don't know if he would be a Force Ghost at this time. I think personally, if I were to choose, I would rather him be a Force Ghost than just a voice. I feel like seeing Qui-Gon Jinn as a fully fledged Force Ghost, where he's actually there, you can see his body, you can hear his voice as well, instead of what we saw in Season 6, would kind of show that you can still progress in the Force even after you move on. Because, like we've always said with Star Wars, it's not just us being physical beings, you can still improve yourself and your soul and your mind and your conscience probably after you have passed away, and I would like to see that talked about or played out a little bit. But I think a lot of us, when it comes to Liam Neeson coming back as Qui-Gon, and as cool as that is how is this going to fit into the plot of the Kenobi series? If you look at the casting list, there's maybe 4 or 5 people that we knew were going to be in this. The rest of the cast are playing characters that we don't know at the moment, so once we find out who these characters are, we can maybe pinpoint where the story is going. But we could have an opportunity here with Liam Neeson coming back as Qui-Gon Jinn to add a really big, powerful moment between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. If they have that rematch of the century that Kathleen Kennedy was hinting at, and maybe in the middle of that battle we can have something a little Force-esque where we have Qui-Gon Jinn show up and, tell Darth Vader, hey, this is where you went wrong, you're evil, like, this is not what, I wanted for you, or something like that. Just something to kind of show a little bit more of that relationship between Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, but now Qui-Gon and Anakin, who I don't think we've seen interact with each other since Episode 1, so that would be very unique as well. But still, I think Liam Neeson coming back as Qui-Gon Jinn is a good idea. I would rather him be a Force Ghost than just a voice, but I would also understand if they just do the voice. But looks like your boy got another one right. Looks like Liam Neeson is coming back as Qui-Gon Jinn. This book pretty much confirms it. It's going to be really disappointing if we start the show and it happens after they already made contact. I think we will be able to get an opportunity to see the very first time Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan talk in this kind of situation where Qui-Gon's coming in as a Force Ghost. We saw it in the Clone Wars in the Mortis arc, but remember, that was on Mortis, and that was a very unique situation. This is actually going to take a little bit more effort from someone like Qui-Gon to actually reach out to Obi-Wan, and maybe he starts the training for Obi-Wan. I think that's the route I would prefer them to go, is he comes back and he says, I have training for you, you gotta fight Vader again, you know, Anakin's not dead, and just get into that aspect of their story. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this book, seemingly confirming that Qui-Gon Jinn will be showing up in the Kenobi series? Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like or a comment because it does help out the channel. If you enjoy Star Wars only, and that is me, you can subscribe and become an only fan and stay up to date on the latest news in Star Wars. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time, and may the Force be with you always.